So as advertised in the title of this video, this is some major life updates on what's going on.
I shaved.
That's all he's got. So, as most of you know, I have a church house in front of my house. That is, if you've watched my older videos, that me around my property, and that's the major change we're going to talk about here in a second. Another one is that we are just about pretty well there right now as my 1 year from having my 2 rotator cuff tears, my bicep tear, and my labrum tear. So we're good.
I don't like that's the anniversary and my shoulder and my arm is killing me.
Hey, I'm good to go. He's got problems. He's gimping around with his left arm today because he done some stupid stuff, and well, you know, there's a price you have to pay for that kind of stuff.
All I'm saying is if you're gonna buy gun safe, make sure to check all your dimensions and all your sizes. Make sure you have all your buddies' schedules cleared. I didn't buy the safe either. I was the one idiot that picked up the phone.
I bought my safe and moved it by myself.
Yours is on concrete and you moved further. You did furniture dollies.
Anyways, we'll talk about some life changes. So, for me right now...
He ate a salad earlier.
Yeah, I did eat a salad. Actually, I am down like almost 10 pounds.
Oh, well,
I know I'm still fat. It's okay.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
I can't say it, but...
So right now is getting close to the end of October. We're not there yet. We're mid-October right now. I have classes, college classes, that last through November, but both of them are online classes, and I've been getting ahead in those. So I'm doing pretty good. So I'm about ready to finish my fall classes for my college classes this year. And if everything goes well, I should only have 3 classes left to get my bachelor's. So that's kind of a big deal for me. It does bite into time and money for doing projects and everything else. So when I get my college completed, man, that's going to be such a huge thing. And being so close now, it's starting to, there's light out there at the end of that tunnel.
You sure it ain't a train?
It might be, but
okay.
But yeah. So along with that, unless Kagan has something, we'll start the show and tell part of this.
Not really. The only thing I gotta say is don't listen to the old timer that's walking around the construction site that tells you, lift with your back, boy, it's stronger than your legs.
Let's go take a look around. So the church house is a big deal right now, and the main reason it's a big deal is because it's been in front of my house since I built my house, and I've had a bunch of stuff stored in it, and we've moved a bunch of stuff because I'm tired of having a church house in front of my house. So let me show you what we've been doing with the church house. We'll yeah, we've been tearing apart the inside of it. It no longer has windows. We still have some stuff in here. A couple days this will all be organized into the connexes. Used to have a drop ceiling in this place. Used to have not a drop ceiling. It used to be clear up air. I mean, I don't know how old this building is, but it's old.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you see those boards going across the top?
We're gonna call it 100 years. You can see the type of lumber they used to build the main structure of it. Right here, these are like literally 2x5. I'm pretty sure these are poplar. And there's still an arch for one of the stained windows that was in this church. And if you look over here, they put regular double hungs in, but you can see where they took the arches out and they put framework in before they done the double hungs. And you can see the archwork up there above that drywall of the main door, and those doors are 7 foot 3 inches tall, those old church doors. So that is kind of cool. Had the old lath and plaster siding, or not siding, but inside of it. So, and these nails are all square nails. I've been saving some of those for a project later on.
So, little tidbit. If you are ever in a building and you're interested to know exactly how old it is, if it has square nails onto it, or into it, it has to be older than about 1920s, because the 20s was whenever they really started manufacturing round nails. And that was because they could make them faster.
If you ask the Google, it says that most buildings with square nails is older than 1890. I don't know about that. I think this is a little newer than that. But my mom looked up some of the wallpapering that they had on stuff, on the plaster, and that wallpapering is dated back to the late 1800s. So I don't know, to be honest with you.
Not to mention the fact that you did have single pane windows, and you've got one of the window weights right.
Yeah, that's one of the window weights from the old arch windows, stuff they had, or whatever it was. Yeah. So, and then we had a chimney, and then there was a place over there where they had a hole going out where there was a stove there, and they had an air conditioner there that they had put in, and there's one back there they put in. And this addition here was added in, I'm going to assume, like the 70s or something like that, or at least this part of it was the 70s. And this addition we're standing in is newer than this addition. This was put on first. We just tore this out today. There's the floor sitting over there. But this addition was put in just primarily for bathrooms, because the outhouse was still on the property whenever we got it, and I tore the outhouse down. But you can see this foundation. You see the big stones? And the crazy thing is this addition they put on, yeah, you're looking at the same thing I'm looking at. There is no footer. They put some gravel down and some mortar and laid brick or laid block on it. So
all I'm saying is, you need to keep the stones, and you need to put them as edging around.
I am keeping those stones there for certain. So along with that, this was added later. I don't know when later. That board says 2286 on it, so it might have been in the 80s when this was added. Don't know. It is all dimensional lumber, and we are going to try and save most of this lumber. I've having my parents help me, you know, the OG, and then my mom. And so far we have been stacking lumber over here. It's regular 84 lumber up here. Or Lowe's got my lumber yard. That's all the stuff we have saved so far, and some of the plywood we have saved so far.
And in case you guys are wondering, the plan is not just the pine lumber, but the old poplar too, any of it's salvageable.
Yeah, we've got some work to do. We started tearing some of this back off here and getting rid of some of the insulation and put it in the dumpster. We got a lot of work to do still yet. We're gonna try and get a bucket truck out here and some other stuff. And so, more updates. I was able to get 2 Connexes, and that was able for me to get stuff out of the church that I had stored in there. And most of it I've been able to put in this one Connex here. This one is still rather empty, although we've still got some stuff to move around. But one of the main things I want to show you, you know what, we'll start up here first.
I think there's some motorcycles in there.
Everybody say hi, Duke. So I have been moving a bunch of dirt, like a bunch. And you can see a path I've got over there where I wear it down, where I'm going back and forth with my tractor all the time. So I'm going to show you what I have eaten out of the hillside. I have been coming back here and just keep gnawing back and gnawing back and gnawing back, and I have made a mess. But me and my tractor, we just keep taking dirt out of the hillside, keep moving further and further back. My property line back days. All right, guys, it's been a few days. I filmed this once already, not realizing what was going on, so I went back and checked the video, and you probably heard there at the last little bit of the last clip there that my audio started messing up, and I had a mic cord that was going bad and apparently bumped it, and the rest of the audio was just garbage, and I didn't know. It was just, you couldn't hear me talk. It was just a bunch of noise. So anyways, we'll get through that. So, new mic cord, we're good to go again. Apparently it got damaged somehow, and I don't know how. We're back here behind the house. And so there's the Jeep and some of the vehicles, but I have been tearing into this, and I'll back up here and try and get a better view, but it is a big old dirt pile because I'm digging the hillside out. And so the main reason I'm digging the hillside out is, one, because right through here, you can see there's a underground there, some conduits coming up there, conduit coming up there. This right through here will be a garage, and I want to make it 48 feet long, so I'm digging into that to give myself plenty of clearance between the end of the building and the bank up there, because I want to be able to drive around the end of the building. And I'm going to take more of those trees down and take some more dirt out of that hillside there. But that's happening between now and next spring. I'll be digging this footer here for this, with doing all this with the old Coyote over there. I've got 230 hours on it. That thing has thought it was a bulldozer among many other things. Oh yeah, like my pile of block. We'll go over that in the next video. But let me go down to where we're moving all this dirt to. So up there's where we just come from. And this is that dirt path coming down the hill. And you can see that I have leveled all this dirt out. I say leveled. It's not like leveled like with a tripod, right, leveled. It's gonna be, it's not right now. It's just kind of rough estimate right now. I did knock this piece of concrete out. Unfortunately, the video about this that I filmed earlier that we lost all the audio for, Kagan was very happy that I was able to take that off and find out that that's just dirt underneath that slab, and that's not solid concrete, because he thought that thing had been poured up like pretty thick on this one side, and it's not that bad. They formed this up and then poured the pad, which is good for me. Makes it easier to deal with. The impressive thing about this is that that right there is every bit of like 8 feet taller from where it started. And I have packed all this down in 4-inch lifts, then ran over with the tractor with a bucket load of dirt. It's packed down pretty tight. This is shell. It packs good and tight anyways. And so we're just going to keep coming up with it. And I've got some more work to do here. I actually want to slope this a little bit better. There's a lot of dirt work to do. I'm doing it all with that little tractor. So that little thing is earning its keep. I say a little tractor, it's 45 horse tractor, but there will be more dirt filled in over here, but there will not be a building built there. I am more concerned right now using the good dirt out of that hillside that doesn't have roots and stuff in it, because this is where the building is going to be built. I will eventually slope everything down here, but I'm going to clear all the limbs up and small trees and stuff up, cut all that out. And then if I have some trash in the dirt, it's not a big deal, because this is just going to be sloped dirt and it can settle and things can rot and it won't be that big a deal. My property line actually ends somewhere over on the other side of this tree line here, probably about where that big tree is back through there where you can kind of see it. The guy who owns that piece of property told me shape it, make it look nice. Just don't build anything over there for now. So anyways, so yeah, this is what I've been up to. I've been hauling dirt. We've been tearing down the church house. There's more to come about that. Some big videos coming. Hopefully get to watch it come down, get to watch the bell being taken out of it. We'll see what happens. But one tidbit for you international fans, pick that up. Now I know. The Chevy truck bed step sides from like the mid to late 60s. I don't exactly know what year model it is. I do know this. I can stand on the step. That's the trailer given, not the step. Oh, there we go. I stood up on it. It holds me just fine. These are solid as a rock right there. Those are usually rusted out. All the railing is still in there. And this T-rail right here, this is all rusted out sometimes. They use it as a firewood bed some. I don't need any of this for what I plan on doing. I'm thinking this right here would make a cool dually fender for an International. So I don't know if I'm going to pull this off or not, but I'm thinking I'm going to widen this bed and then lengthen the front of it and make this the bed for the International behind it. Think like a wood tonneau cover, except for the tonneau cover is actually the wood deck of the flatbed, and this is draped down over the frame. Hey, might work, might not work. We'll see what I can pull off. I picked this up for $600, so I rolled the dice, took a gamble. Shoot, the rear end might be okay in it. I don't know if it's worth anything to anybody, but it's a Chevy pickup truck rear end from the late 60s, so that's cool, right? Anyhow, guys, there we go. Hey, I can see. If you want to see what's going to happen with that bed, if you want to see what's going to happen with the church house, if you want to see the garage built here, up there, if you want to see all the work I'm doing on my property, which eventually, if I get bigger and get to where I'm got more free time on my hands where I can film more, I'll separate the channels into 2 different channels. Comment below if you want me to separate it, or comment below if you're okay with my the stuff happening here on my property happening on the standard channel. I kind of like to know everybody's feelings on that. And if nobody wants to see it all, comment that below too. Tell me you don't care. Tell me you don't want to see garages built. I'm fine with that. Because right now there's 5,000 subscribers that they subscribe to my channel. And that's impressive to me. And speaking of subscribing, if you guys don't mind, hit that subscribe button down below. Helps me out. Don't cost you guys nothing. You can even turn that bell off. I'm fine with that. Guys, appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.